anticipating a question. These two are so prestigious. Can you separate them? Can you explain what the two different things mean to you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, one obviously is voted by the players, and the other one by the writers. And I guess I'll start with the Ted Lindsay and being voted by the players and being recognized by them. Obviously, means a ton, and to be able to win this award 3 times now is so humbling. And like I said earlier, I'm very grateful, to the players and for voting for me and recognizing me that way, and obviously for the writers to have voted me for the Hart. That's the prestigious one. That one is so special. So for the writers to recognize me obviously means a lot to me as well. It's hard to distinguish between the two of them, but I'm very very grateful.
All right, let's get right to the questions. Let's start with Reid Wilkins of CHED Radio. Go ahead, Reid.
Sorry, can I just clarify quickly? Are we getting 2 or 1?
2 or 1 what? Questions?
Questions.
Well, let's see how good your first one is, and then we'll go with the second one.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Connor. Congratulations. Good to see you. I wonder when you look back, because I know we kind of asked you questions like this during the year, but you're focused on the day-to-day grind and getting wins and getting into the postseason. But when you look back, was there a point where you thought, man, oh man, like 100 points or having a kind of historic point total and point per game average was a reality and something you started thinking about a little more, or setting any types of goals?
Yeah, that's a good question. Honestly, it was obviously something that was talked about a lot throughout the year, and something that was asked a lot throughout the year. And I was giving my honest answer. Honestly, I was not worried about it. And just worried about winning games and playing the best hockey I can play. I think there was a stretch there where we kind of were going in and out of COVID breaks, and we kind of got stalled a little bit. So it was tough to really think about. But as we got back in the swing of things, and the team was playing very well, obviously it crosses your mind. So it was a special season for the Oilers to obviously finish second in the division, and obviously we came up short in the playoffs. But personally, it was a special season just to be feeling so good and be able to stay healthy and play at a high level. It was definitely lots of fun.
All right, and I want to ask you about somebody else on your team, and there was a pretty significant announcement yesterday with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who I know you have tons of respect for. When you see him make that commitment for 8 years, what does that mean to you? What does it mean to know you're going to have him as a teammate for that long?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Nugent is a guy that's so important, not only on the ice but in the locker room as well, and a guy that I become very close with. So to see him lock in that 8 years and it's exciting. I mean, that's kind of a statement by him to want to be in Edmonton forever and play out his career as an Oiler. It says a lot about him as a guy, and what he feels about the city and what he feels about our group.
Thanks, Reid. Next question comes from Kevin McGran of the Toronto Star. Go ahead, Kevin.
Hey, Connor, congratulations, well deserved. I wanted to pick your brain on officiating, if you don't mind. And I'm not asking you to criticize the officials, because we know how hard a job they've got, and we know that they're basically doing what the league wants them to do. But I wonder if there's a way, whether you think the playoffs are just so different from the regular season, if there's a way that the officiating could be a little bit more consistent, because I find it very hard to believe that you played as many games as you have without drawing a penalty, without somebody trying to interfere against you or slash you or hook you. And I just wonder if you think there's maybe a standard, something that can be done so that in the playoffs, stars like you can do your thing, because you seem to be prevented from doing it the way it's called now.
Well, I think obviously you have to perform under any circumstances, and obviously the refs have such a tough job. Oh, sorry. I might just throw him in the backyard 1 sec, if that's all right. The dog's just barking here. John?
All good, all good. Yep, good.
Okay, all right.
Do what you got to do. All right.
Okay. Can we ask that question again, if you don't mind? Sorry about that.
I think he's muted, but he was asking about officiating.
Yeah. So, like I said earlier, I mean, you have to perform under any circumstance, and the refs have such a tough job to do. I mean, the game is so quick, and things happen so fast. It's hard sometimes for them to see. However, I think you do wish that there was maybe a little more consistency, and obviously that's what we're looking for as players, and I think that's what everyone wants, is just consistency throughout. The other sports have been able to do that, from the regular season to the playoffs. So, but like I said, the refs have such a hard job, and a lot of respect for them.
Once again, if you want to ask a question, please click raise hand at the bottom of your screen, and let's go to Gene Principe of Sportsnet. Go ahead, Gene.
Hey, John. Hi, Connor. Congratulations. Hope you're enjoying your summer. Just wanted to ask you, and I may get it worded wrongly, but you and Wayne Gretzky, the only two to be the unanimous choices. You had, 1,000 points. I don't know if there's another level to enjoyment in winning a trophy like this, but is there something extra when you have that kind of result with the Hart Trophy?
I mean, it's just special to win the award. I've been able to do it twice now, and it's equally sweet, I would say. I guess maybe it's just a little feather in the cap, I guess, to do it unanimously, and obviously anytime you're in the same breath as Wayne Gretzky, it's obviously you're doing something right. So. I appreciate the writers viewing it that way. I think, just honored to win the award, and to have a unanimous is just another little feather on top, I guess.
And just quickly as a follow-up, obviously you're always working on stuff, but does this speak to your off-season plans since you made the NHL, maybe even before, how you set goals, you set standards, and you really search out raising the level of your game, and it continues to show every year? I guess the importance of your off season, which leads to a really good regular season.
Yeah, I mean, the off season is so important. Just to find ways to grow your game, better your game. Come back in great shape. It's just an opportunity to work on things, and I've always kind of viewed the off season as a chance to grow and focus on different things, and this off season is no different.
Thanks, Gene. I see one more hand up, so let's stick with Sportsnet and go to Mark Spector. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, Connor, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. You?
Good, very well. I want to talk Olympics. The history of this thing is that the players get the thrill and the honor of playing, but the decision about whether you go is left in the hands of the NHL. And they base their decision on past Olympic experiences, right? They went there before, they didn't like the business deal or whatever their thinking is, but you've never been there before, and you're looking, I'm sure, for a chance. What would you say about, you're kind of at the mercy, I guess, of the businessmen on this one. What are your thoughts on a wishy-washy approach to coming to the Winter Olympics here? We're not sure if the league's going to go. What do you think?
Well, I think when we signed our last CBA, I think, the players were really pushing for a commitment from the league to allow us to go to the Olympics. My understanding, we got that commitment, and the league was going to do everything in their power. So, I think as players, we're expecting to go. I think as players, we're expecting the league to make that happen. So for me, obviously I've never been before, and I'm fully planning on going. If I'm lucky enough to make the team and represent my country at the Olympics, I mean, it'd be so special. So, as players, I think we were under the impression that the league was going to do everything in their power, like I said, and that we will be going. It sounds like it's kind of going back a little bit, but I'm sure they'll find a way to get it done.
Stand corrected. A couple more hands popped up. Let's go to Jackie Spiegel from the Sporting News. Go ahead, Jackie.
Hey, Connor, congrats on the award. Question for you. With the last year being so up and down with pauses and not, the uncertainty of when games will start again, how does that impact your training this offseason? Does it change at all? Does the stopping and starting, does that impact how you prepare? And now with the potential of next season starting on time and having gone late into May, how does that all impact your offseason now?
I think, it just makes guys push harder. I think, having a shortened off season is a good thing for guys. We've, like you said, it was kind of stop and go there for a while, and I think guys are just wanting to play games. So, it's just a chance for guys to get a little rest, better themselves as much as they can in this short period of time, and make sure they're ready to go when the puck drops, hopefully in October.
Thanks, Jackie. And this will be the final question, and we'll go to Dean Bennett from the Canadian Press. Go ahead, Dean.
Thanks. Hi, Connor. Now that we have COVID in the rearview mirror, fingers crossed, I'm just wondering if you could just speak broadly to what the impact has been on you, on players, the last 16 months. And do you think it will have any, will everything go back to normal now in the fall, or do you think COVID has sort of changed the game in some way?
I think, COVID has affected everybody. Hockey players included, myself included. I think, obviously, I think that the previous question was kind of about the stop and go season and trying to adjust to that. And then obviously this year, staying in our own little bubbles and kind of not being out in the real world and just focusing on hockey. There was lots of sacrifices made on the guys that were playing, and obviously for the real world, it was a lot greater than that. So it's affected everybody, and everyone's been, everyone's done a great job of trying to beat this thing. And as for will the real world go back to normal, I certainly hope so. I get the impression that people are wanting to go back to normal life, and but only time will tell there. So we'll see, I guess.
Thanks, Dean. And Connor, congratulations once again on the Hart and the Lindsay, and thanks for taking the time today. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Okay.